Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and we are here at the Auto Club Speedway on the eve of the 4th of July, because tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern on Napa Fan, it is one of the crown jewel events of the season in the Haas IndyCar Series, the America 100, formerly the MAV TV 100. 50 laps tomorrow night at 9 here from the Auto Club Speedway in the Haas IndyCar Series, and we are going to have ourselves a very fun race tomorrow night. Join alongside Mike and App once again, and this is one of those crown jewel events of the season. It's not as long as the Indianapolis 250, but it's still a pretty big deal to win this race here on the Super Speedway of Auto Club. So how do you think this race is going to play out tomorrow, knowing that it is one of the longer races of the season?
Well, this is a higher bank track than Indianapolis. It's a lot wider, there's more grooves, and it's going to be anyone's race, I can tell you that.
It definitely will be. Of course, last year this race was won by Christopher Alphaby. We had many lead changes in last year's race here at Auto Club. But this year the race will be back under the lights. Last year was a day race. This time it's a night race on the 4th of July. So definitely looking forward to tomorrow. We've got a big day tomorrow. Raised as a Tubing 400 to end the regular season in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Gonna set the chase field for that. And then, of course, at 9 p.m. Eastern, the 6th race of the season in the Haas IndyCar Series. Of course, as you can tell, new graphics, a little slightly new graphics there on the leaderboard. Still the same old leaderboard, but new NOFSRL logo. Definitely looking forward to that. New intro and everything. A big weekend for us here in the NOFSRL. Getting a new look to all of our graphics. And I think these drivers here in the Haas IndyCar Series want a new look in victory lane, because this guy has won 3 of the 5 races run so far this season, and all 3 of those races were won on a last lap pass. Chase Harris won at Lime Rock, won at Texas, and won last Saturday night at Richmond. And these guys have had enough of them. Second in points, 34 points behind, is Tristan Allen, who won at Riverside last time you were in the booth with me. But I was just mentioning to Micah before we started recording that the 2 times he's been in the booth with me, Chase Harris did not win. So this might not work out too well this weekend for Chase Harris in the America 100, because Micah's going to be calling the race with me tomorrow. But either way, it is the most dominating performance I've seen anyone have at the start of the season. Do you think he can keep it up as the season goes along?
Well, he's clearly had fast race cars all season. However, the more I commentate, the more I'm scared that it might not continue. However, I think he's definitely got the skills and the team behind him to maintain that points lead, especially this early on to have that much success. I see him going far.
Yeah, and of course, last season when Justin Seidel went on to win his championship, he didn't even win a race, but he started off the season with 3 consecutive runner-up finishes. So this series sees some very interesting streaks. That's just all there is to it. Gonna be interesting to see how the fuel mileage plays out tomorrow. That could become an issue. Of course, we could see a big wreck here. We saw a couple of big wrecks in this race last year as well, but 50 laps, so longer than the Chick-fil-A Cup Series race that was run here back in February. Remember that race when Andrew Miller won? Remember that time was before the whole world shut down. That was a while ago. But we're back here at Auto Club Speedway in the IndyCar Series for a Saturday night race on the 4th of July. Definitely looking forward to see how it all goes down. And where you start for this race isn't going to mean too much. I think we're going to have a pack race with a lot of passing. Fastest driver right now is actually the 59 of Christian Master. He just went to the top of the board, and we'll have to see if he can hold on to that top spot. But either way, Christian Master missed out on the Indianapolis 250, so this is truly his first big Super Speedway of the year. How do you think guys like Master, Josh King, and Mason Brown, all the guys who missed the Indy 250, how do you think they're going to fare tomorrow night's race?
Well, they're certainly going to have to use this qualifying as a bit of a practice session. I'm not too worried about their race because Indy is a completely different track from Auto Club Speedway. Indy, at least, is a one-group racetrack, whereas Auto Club, there's a lot more room to play around, but they might struggle. They haven't run in traffic on a big super speedway yet this year.
We'll have to see how it all goes down for these guys. Dale Lightning just went to the top of the board. Of course, these guys have the draft, and this is something they did not have in Indy 250 qualifying. Of course, here for the America 100, all these drivers will make it on to the race. No one will be sent home, thankfully, but you want to get a draft, you want to get a good time here, just pull up alongside somebody and you'll get a good time. Of course, the draft isn't as significant in these Indy cars as it is in the Cup cars, I don't believe, but still, you want to make sure you have someone ahead of you if you want a good time here in qualifying. Of course, you mentioned Indy. Of course, Chick-fil-A Cup Series, Turkey Hill Series race there earlier today. Had a great race there. And I just realized this, and it's kind of funny. Of course, 4th of July weekend, making a big deal about that. Carter Friesen, the Canadian, won the IndyCar, or should I say the Indy race for the Turkey Hill Series, and I got another Canadian alongside me to call this race here. So, Canada's taken over 4th of July. But hey, you guys had Canada Day Wednesday. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. All right. I know my Canadian history, a little bit of it. Probably not near as much as Mike here knows, but hey, it's all around the same time anyway, so it works out pretty well.
You know what? You get something wrong, all you got to say is sorry. So, at the top of the grid, looks like we got Dale Lightning. He had an excellent run in the Indy 250, looking like he was going to win that race until Sam Adio eventually prevailed. And then his teammate Lipscomb in the 7, he's looking strong as well.
Yeah, let's see where Lipscomb is. 12 fastest for Lipscomb. Pretty solid time there for the Schmidt-Peterson guys. Number 11 of Peyton Hamilton. And I think Peyton Hamilton has a bit of a sour taste in her mouth after last week at Richmond. She led the most laps in that race. She dominated that race at Richmond. And on the last lap of the race, she got passed by Chase Harris. Of course, this race is going to play out a lot differently. We're going to have pit stops in this one. Passing is going to be a lot easier here at Auto Club, but still, I can imagine Peyton Hamilton wants to rebound from that. She's tied 5th in the points, and surprisingly, she's tied with her teammate Thomas Troxel, who was the points leader last week heading into Richmond. Troxel went from being the points leader to being 47 behind the points lead in just one race. Keep in mind, too, the maximum amount of points you can get in a race is 54 points, and Troxel pretty much lost all of that in one race. Had a terrible run at Richmond. Could not advance through the field in that race. And Chase Harris, who won, ended up surpassing him in the points. Tristan Allen, Nicholas Amadio, John Andrews, and Peyton Hamilton all surpassed Troxel in the points in that one race. And all of those guys had better runs than Troxel at Richmond last week. But definitely looking forward to see how this one plays out. Chase Harris, our points leader here in the Haas IndyCar Series. Currently 16th fastest in America 100 qualifying. But looks like the times have leveled out at this point. Dale Lightning still the quickest for Schmidt-Peterson.
Yeah, and you were talking about points. It just goes to show how crucial these points are in every single race. You have one bad finish and you can drop a lot of spots. So even though Harris has won 3 races this season, he's only, 34 points ahead?
Yep, only 34, yeah, and a big reason is that at Riverside, he actually wrecked out, finished last. That really hurt him. And, we have this, and we have the Turkey Hill Series as true strict points championships, and even the Chick-fil-A Cup Series with the chase, points mean a lot over there as well. So each race holds a very significant value towards the championship, and especially here in the Haas IndyCar Series. And Chase Harris, he's way far from winning this championship. I mean, we're only 5 races in coming into this weekend, and he only has a 34-point lead. I mean, we saw what happened to Thomas Troxel last week. He lost 47 points on the field after being the points leader. Chase Harris wrecks out, finishes last tomorrow night. We could easily see Tristan Allen and Nicholas Amadio become the new points leader, even though Chase Harris has won 3 races. So those wins mean a lot. The points add up a lot more the farther up you go through the field. But you have a lot of finishes deep in the field as well. Not going to help you out in the point standings. A 16-race season. All cultivates at Pocono on Labor Day weekend. Actually, on Labor Day itself. So definitely looking forward to see how this whole season ramps up. We got 11 races left to go in the season. And obviously, Chase Harris is one of the guys to watch out for in this Haas IndyCar Series Championship.
Yeah, consistency is key here. And at Auto Club Speedway as well. It's definitely a momentum track. You want to stay in that slipstream for as long as possible. Shake and bake. I don't know what I'm saying.
There probably will be some shake and bake tomorrow. It's the way this track is. It's probably the wildest race we're going to have all year. Texas was also a wild race, but we all know who won that one. The only oval race that Chase Harris hasn't won yet this year is the Indy 250. And Nicholas Amadio won that one. Definitely going to be interesting to see what he does, though, in tomorrow's race.
Well, and San Mateo took the lead late in the Indy 250. He didn't even dominate.
No, he didn't. That's how he wins. Nicholas San Mateo, who is third in the points coming into this race. He's had a solid season. Of course, he won the Indy 250, but that helps a lot. You get a race victory. 21st right now. Not the best of times, but I don't think it's going to really matter too much where you start in tomorrow's race. Like I said, I think we're going to see a lot of passing throughout the field, and San Mateo shouldn't have too much trouble working his way to the field, through the field, I should say. Of course, he's going to be returning to Indianapolis tomorrow morning, the place he won the Indy 250 a little over a month ago, so we'll have to see if he can make his way into the chase in the Chick-fil-A Cup. Just a big weekend for San Mateo, an opportunity to get a lot of points to the Auto Club, and of course, fighting to make it into the chase over there in the Cup Series. He won last week at Pocono in the first Pocono race that we had, so we'll have to see if he can do that again tomorrow at Indianapolis again this year. It'd be a second Indianapolis win of the season if he were to get it done tomorrow. We'll have to see how it all goes down. We know that Dale Light is going to be leading us to the green flag in tomorrow night's America 100 here from the Auto Club Speedway on July 4th. Peyton Hamilton, Christian Master, Cole Speed, Davey Johnson, Mitchell Collins, Mason Brown, Nathan Stapleton, Owen Miles, and Buck Hofer. A lot of young guys, a lot of rookies there starting him set the top 10 for this race. That's going to make things really interesting. Take a look at the rest of the field right there. A lot of the veterans kind of starting in the middle of the field. Marty Johnson, John Andrews, Nicholas San Mateo, Thomas Troxel, Tristan Allen, Garrett Sonora all in there. Let's see how it all goes down tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on NapaFan, over there on NapaFan. We're on the NOFSRL channel over here, but definitely looking forward to see how this race plays out. Me and Michael will have the call for that race, and tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, it's the Rays Dies and Tubing 400 from Indianapolis. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Dale Lightning for winning the poll, and I will see you guys later.